Viewers, welcome to the show. If you can see a map behind me, it's actually the map of Southeast Asia. And why it's relevant, I will be discussing going forward. But first, I welcome you to the geopolitical show, The Chessboard, where we discuss the implications of different geopolitical phenomena which are recent as well as persistent. I'm your host, Farhan Intishar Khalid. Well, Bangladesh as well as other countries of the world do go through specific geopolitical incursions, contentions, whatever you may call it. And when I asked you to pay attention to the map behind me, I will be giving you a task. Without looking at the map again, based on your initial glance, you have to name every single country of Southeast Asia. And you're not allowed to take a second peek or even look up the countries online. So our job is to not only entertain you with certain tidbits, but as well as bring you information pertaining to specific topics as well as specific phenomena that's on a global scale. As you've seen that I have shown you a map of Southeast Asia. So it means that we will be discussing something related to Southeast Asia. So what will we be discussing? What we will be discussing is the geopolitical implications of that specific region, as in Southeast Asia, the importance of Southeast Asian countries on a global scale, what they bring to the global supply chain, as well as the great power politics which are at play in that specific region. And I will be bringing in an expert for a two-part series where in part one we will be discussing the importance and implications of the Southeast Asian countries. Okay, we will be discussing their importance, the implication of their position, as well as the importance on a global scale as well as regionally, because they are intricate parts of the global supply chain. And on part two, we will be discussing the great power politics, mainly bringing in conversations about the United States as well as China, and what they bring, rather what they are contending for in the region. So it will be a very, very comprehensive discussion about a very, very important region as well as very important specific powers. And we hope that you will be able to dissect this conversation and bring forth, rather extract the substance from what we say or what we present to you. But before we move forward with the specific discussions, please watch a short video on the topic. Viewers, welcome to the second part of our two-part series on a comprehensive analysis of Southeast Asia, the importance of the countries as well as the power politics which is in play in the region. With me today, I have the same guest, this is part of the same recording, Professor Aminul Karim. He is the Distinguished Professor at the Department of International Relations, the Bangladesh University of Professionals. Thank you so much, sir, for joining me for the second part of the series. May I proceed with the questions?
Please, my pleasure, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for calling me once again. Yeah.
Of course, sir. It is our pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Sir, I was referring to the power politics, rather the global power politics or influence which is in play in the region. Sir, would you like to expand on it? Rather, what implications, or if not implications, what needs, necessities, or benefits do global powers see within this region?
That's a good question, and then I'll refer to the Indo-Pacific region.
Of course, sir. Of course, please do.
And Indo-Pacific region is the latest maritime construct that joins the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean through the Malacca Strait.
Yes, sir.
And this is the most vibrant sea line of communication supply chain.
Yes, sir.
That originates in the Persian Gulf, or beyond that, it travels through the Arabic Sea, Sri Lanka, Bay of Bengal, then Andaman Sea, and then Malacca Strait, South China Sea, and East China Sea, and then onward. Now, I think something around 90,000 or more than that ships ply through the Malacca Strait.
Yes, sir.
It's a constricted strait. It's
Yes,
a
sir.
choke point.
Yes, sir.
Now, the ships for China, 2/3 of the Chinese goods pass through this Malacca
Yes, sir.
Strait every year.
As well as 2/3 of the global oil trade.
Oil trade
Yes,
passes through the Malacca Strait.
Malacca Strait.
And huge congestion of ships. Now there is a system for that, of course. And this is going to determine the geopolitics of this region, this particular choke point.
Yes, sir.
If somehow it is blocked someday, at the brink time,
Yes, sir.
the Americans can do that.
Yes, sir.
Then China will be in deep problem.
Yes, sir.
And China is aware of that.
Yes, sir. So if I may interject here, like when we refer to power politics or a game which is active in Southeast Asia, the reference is alluded to rather the United States and China. So the question would be, are these two countries the dominant players in the region?
Absolutely.
Okay, sir.
But India is siding with the Americans.
Yes, sir.
And as per Indo-Pacific strategy, India has been made the leader of the Indian Ocean region.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Indian
sir.
Ocean area only,
Yes, sir.
region only.
Yes, sir.
And because of the South China Sea, because of the Indian Ocean, because of Malacca Strait, Bay of Bengal also is coming into focus.
Yes,
because
sir.
this linked by the Malacca Strait.
Yes, sir.
The ripple effects of the South China Sea will impact Bay of Bengal.
Yes, sir.
And then with Bay of Bengal is tied up Myanmar and Bangladesh, India, to some extent Malacca
Yes, sir.
Peninsula as well. So there's a lot of it is kicking. It is just kicking, and a lot of activities are going around. And somehow this line of communication is blocked. You are in deep problem.
Yes, sir.
I hope not. We should be careful. We should take lessons from the Russia-Ukraine war.
Yes, sir.
The supply chain was badly disturbed,
Yes, sir.
blocked. I hope that doesn't happen here.
Yes, sir.
I hope so.
Sir, is it just between the US and China, or do other countries such as countries from Europe, Germany, Belgium, the UK, or even as you've alluded to the Russia-Ukraine war, Russia and other countries as well? I know that Australia is trying to increase its interaction with Indonesia based on political as well as cultural ties. So do other countries aside from these two global powers have specific or vested interest in this region?
Japan is one.
Of course.
Australia is another one.
Yes, sir.
South Korea is another one.
Yes, sir.
India is another one.
Yes, sir.
And that Quad four-party alliance.
Yes, sir.
India, Japan, Australia, and America.
America.
And this is reinforced by AUKUS.
Yes, sir.
French and the British joining the Australians, they have made the AUKUS, and AUKUS is nothing but to compensate or to reinforce the Quad capabilities.
Yes, sir.
This is one side of the game, and on the other side, the Chinese are, basically all these are meant to contain or constrain. The theory of containment. I'm sure you know about that.
Yes.
You're a student of IIT.
Yes, sir. I was.
So this is being applied here.
Yes, sir.
The Cold War is gone. Asia-Pacific region has been transformed into Indo-Pacific because of this serious and very vibrant sea lines of communications. And this is the artery of civilization, sustenance of life, both for China, for Japan, for South Korea, for America, for Australia, you name anything.
Yes, sir.
And China is rising like anything. This is basically the rise of China.
Yes, sir.
Economically, militarily, strategically, diplomatically, even culturally,
Yes.
that has drawn the attention of the Americans. Chinese today have say 5-generation aircraft. America is going for the counter. I just heard this morning that they are spending about $700 billion to upgrade their aircraft capability to counter Chinese aircraft.
Yes, sir.
So things are going, Chinese are going very strong in the nuclear capabilities.
Yes, sir.
They have a lot of warheads, and they are planning. They have a plan. If the American aircraft carriers come near to Taiwan or to China mainland, they will use the nuclear warheads. into ICBMs.
Of course.
This is part of the war plan.
Of course, sir. China's recent military parade was a good display of
Huge.
what they've achieved. So underwater drones.
Absolutely. Underwater drones, yeah,
Yes,
you're
sir.
right.
Underwater drones, and there are specific lasers to specifically target drones and obliterate them
Absolutely.
even before they enter the in the airspace of China. And I've also seen that they had specific robotic dogs which will be able to detect threats and obliterate them.
Correct.
At the very minute sense of detection. Let's move on to the next question because we do see that there is a very intricate power play which is going on. So, what is the future of such power dynamics in this region? Like, would we see a continuation of the US versus China rhetoric, or would we see the countries of Southeast Asia having an emergence to such a proportion which may be able to meet these two powers on an equal footing?
No, Southeast Asia is trying that diplomatically, all right.
Yes, sir.
But here is a real power is working here.
Yes,
the
sir.
military power is working here. Military is deployed here.
Yes, sir.
Chinese have 2-3 aircraft carriers by this time. The Americans have got 12 aircraft carriers, but no, not necessarily for the Pacific.
Yes, sir.
We are more concerned about the Western Pacific, the
Yes,
first
sir.
island chain, second island chain,
Yes, sir.
and the South China Sea, as I said again, then the Malacca Strait, the Bay of Bengal, Indian Ocean. Indian Navy is expanding like anything. Chinese are trying to come to the Indian Ocean.
Of course.
And Chinese submarines and the Chinese research ships are all the time patrolling the Indian Ocean region. America is very strong here.
Yes, sir.
And this will be the next theater. After Europe, this is the next theater.
Oh, okay, sir.
There is no doubt about that. Things are being,
Of course.
as I can see, things are being mobilized in this direction. Polarization is there, and these are all real. No ego politics. Ego politics, of course, there, but it is real and practical, and you can see these things are visible. No hide and seek about it.
Of course. So referring to the South China Sea, like we have seen very overt and physical confrontation between the patrol boats of Southeast Asian countries, specifically the Philippines as well as Vietnam, with the patrol ships or boats of China. Sir, it's a very overt and I would say a very parochial way of countering you people, or rather patrols you'd call from your neighbors. My question to you would be, why is China so obsessed with the South China Sea? Because we do know that the sea itself is if not a hotspot, it is a reservoir of oil and gas, which is supposedly holding 11 billion barrels of oil and I think 1.3 trillion cubic feet of natural gas. So would we see a continuation of confrontation between the Southeast Asian countries who have claimants of islands, especially Philippines, who does have claims on the Spratly Islands, especially the second Thomas Shoal, where they also have an abandoned ship called the Sierra Madre.
Correct.
And they did abandon it strategically so that they'd be able to hold on to authority over that specific island. And the confrontations we have been observing, they have proliferated over the years. So would we see a continuation of such proliferation of conflict between China and these countries, or would they be able to meet an equal ground? Because we have seen, we have observed verdicts from courts such as the Permanent Court of Arbitration in 2016. They did go against China and their claims of the 9-dash line and promote the claims of the other countries or the other claimants, but we did not see any respect to that verdict. So what's the future, sir?
Yeah, China did not honor that verdict, that's correct.
Yes, sir.
China didn't care about the UNCLOS, that's correct.
Yes, sir.
China wants to consolidate its position first in the South China Sea, especially Spratly and its Paracel Islands.
Yes, sir.
Once it is done, then China will come for a, you heard about the DOC and the COC within ASEAN and the China, Code of Conduct.
Yes, sir, Code of Conduct.
Present DOC is not binding, legally binding. So ASEAN countries are pressurizing China, let's have a code of conduct which will be legally binding, but China is dilly-dallying, is buying its time. It wants to have full control, as much control as possible on these two island groups. And then China might negotiate. This is my personal opinion. And these days China is not talking much about the UNCLOS, going slow after that verdict. And China might negotiate, may not ask for the entire South China Sea. Maybe if they get the economic zones around these two island groups, they may be happy.
Yes.
This is my long-term vision, but they would never buzz on sacrificing South China Sea. No way. They have already taken control of Hainan, Paracel, and all those things. They want to have full sovereignty on these two island groups, and then after that they may sit for a negotiation with the UNCLOS. Then they will honor the international court or arbitration or even system or American system or even the local system, ASEAN system, whatever you call it.
Sir, we may hope for that.
And this is the Philippine issue. China has been taking fish, catching fish around that Scarborough Island.
Scarborough Shoal, yes sir.
Shoal. And they have been using big, naval ships around.
And they've also created, using created as an operative word because they have built up these artificial islands.
Absolutely.
To have claims over them and increase their economic zones. Expand on their economic zones.
Because their land reclamation, they have the aircraft, over there. They have got SAMs over there. They have got municipal towns over there.
Yes, sir.
And this is their first line of defense, so to say, and they have the defense in the mainland. You have heard about the A2A strategy of the Chinese.
Yes, sir.
They will not bother about. It is very difficult to to attack the Chinese mainland. Very difficult.
Yes, sir.
So South China Sea is a springboard for projecting its power, its hold on its resources, and also what should I say, projecting the nuclear power of China, because
of course
from South China Sea towards the west side, Chinese submarines or Chinese naval crafts can reach the American mainland through nuclear war.
Yes, sir.
So this is a launching pad for Chinese nuclear missiles or guns.
Yes, sir.
To reach the American main coastline.
Sir, how is the international community, how are they perceiving these specific actions by China? Some would call it coercive, some would call it confrontational, some would call it aggressive. How is the international community perceiving such misrepresentation of force by this global power?
The Americans call it aggressive.
Okay.
But the neutral academics, they call it assertiveness.
Yes, sir.
It's better to use the term assertiveness, but it should be a little diplomatic about it.
Of course, sir.
Where Chinese are very sensitive about these terms, use of these terms.
Yes, sir.
I was giving a lecture in NDC on this subject. There were Chinese students, so I was very cautious about that because they're very sensitive on this.
Yes, sir.
It's better to use the term assertive.
Assertive, or even active.
Active,
Yes,
active defense, or so to say. But practically, they will not mind to go to any extent to keep control on South China Sea and on Taiwan.
Yes, sir. Of
They
course.
will go to any degree. They will use all their forces they have at their, but they are buying time. China has a long-term vision. Maybe by the middle of this century, they will come out overtly and challenge the Americans overtly. Now the Chinese economy is of the size of $20 trillion.
Yes, sir.
American economy is $30 trillion.
They're not too far off, sir.
And in purchasing power parity, they have overtaken the Americans.
Of course, sir.
And military technology-wise, China has gone very, very ahead,
Yes, sir.
especially in AI and semiconductor.
Yes, sir.
There may be a war over the position of semiconductor foundry, and the best possible foundry is available in Taiwan. There may be war on this between American group and the Chinese group.
Yes, sir.
China is now has the best of relations with Russia.
Yes, sir.
Although Russia is weakening, all right. It has North Korea, but it itself is a continent. China is a continent by itself.
Of course, sir.
And I don't think Americans are going to pick up open fight at this point in time also. But this will continue. This power politics will continue. And China is not going to give up South China Sea. No way. Americans are also there. They are conducting freedom of navigation operations with their ships. and they want unimpeded commerce and overflight. This was the idea given by Hillary Clinton in 2010.
Yes, sir.
And they're maintaining it. Now the Asia Pacific Command is no more there. Now it is called Indo-Pacific Military Command.
Yes, sir.
And they're very, very strong. Very strong.
So, sir, going forward, can we say, rather, could we predict China rivaling the US on equal footing, not just economically, but militarily as well?
It's trying to catch up.
Some would say that China replicates the existing innovations which have been developed in the Western world, but recent literature, recent opinion editorials suggest that China is not only trying to replicate what's already been done, but they're trying to emerge as global innovators as well, especially in the military, security,
Absolutely.
and the artificial intelligence sectors.
Absolutely, I totally agree.
So, as my last question to you, can we say that if not in this decade, perhaps in the next, China may emerge as an equal to the US in terms of not just sheer strength, but as an innovator as well?
It is already there.
Okay, sir.
China has come up as a very strong innovator, but coming overtly and challenging the Americans head on or face to face.
Of course.
I think about 2040 or 2050 should be the cutoff line, and then they will say challenge the Americans directly. That they will do. They will give a damn to it. But capturing Taiwan will be a very difficult task. Even if the Americans are not supporting it, because Taiwan itself would not like to be part of China. But again, I think they have their own policy, because people of Taiwan, they want democracy. Chinese system doesn't allow, they're the communist.
Yes, sir.
So there is a younger generation, Gen Z, so to say,
Yes, of course.
do not want communism back. So it might be difficult, even if they capture physically.
Yes.
It's a long-term planning, but then China will not give up
Yes, sir.
the capture of Taiwan in the long run. China will not give up South China Sea. And China is apprehensive about the Malacca Strait. That's why they have got going for the bypass strategy in Myanmar and in Pakistan. And also the Kra Canal in the through Thailand.
Yes, sir.
China is all out. Very strong economy. A lot of technological developments. People are united. Good leadership.
Of course.
Firm leadership.
Very firm, sir.
Very firm, and the Communist Party has full control on this.
Yes, sir.
And India might disturb them, but India is no match to Chinese military now.
Of course.
There is no match.
Of course.
Indian, Chinese Western Command at the north of India is very strong, and they can play havoc to the Indians. And I don't think India will pick up a quarrel with a war with the Chinese anymore. But Indian Navy is expanding very rapidly. Indian Air Force did not do that well in the last India-Pakistan war. Technologically,
Yes,
Chinese technology that was used.
Yes, sir.
And they had overrun the Indian Air Force just like that.
Yes, sir. So we have seen overt expressions of that in the recent India versus Pakistan contention, where it was supposedly claimed that Chinese planes downed French Rafales, which is quite interesting because for decades, if not a century, like the Chinese were projected on the global stage as having inferior technology.
But no, that's no more true.
Yes, sir.
They have that taboo is now gone.
Yes, sir.
China has taken over. They were almost at par with Western technology.
Yes, sir. And we do see China on its pursuit of Taiwan as well as the South China Sea, and it going forward, and it being preserved within the principles of Chinese politics and ideals. Sir, thank you so much.
My pleasure. It was a great honor for me to be here.
Sir, it was our honor to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I hope that you will revisit us and enlighten us many more times, sir.
It will be my pleasure as well.
Thank you, sir.
You are most welcome.
And thank you, viewers, for staying with us through this prolonged conversation. We have discussed the intricacies of the Southeast Asia as well as great power politics which are in play in that specific region. If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel both on Facebook as well as YouTube, and let us know what you think of the show, what moderations you'd like for us to bring, and what discussions you'd like to see. Your show, you make the decisions, and we deliver. Thank you so much.